This then is how you ought to regard us, as servants of Christ, and so as those entrusted with the mysteries God has revealed. Now that word servants is a great word. The Greek is Hyperatose. Now we may not understand that word, but they would understand it really well, because what it means is like someone at the bottom of a boat, one of the guys on an oar, pulling that oar to make the boat go. So when he uses the word Hyperatose, they're like, oh, okay. It immediately puts this imagery of we are a servant rowing the boat. We are moving the boat. But if you've ever seen the inside of one of those things, there's no window. You don't really know where it's going. There's a guy up top guiding the boat. You're just rowing the boat. Looks like a pleasant experience with all these manly men, shirtless, sweating on each other. That imagery is not as good, but the imagery of Hyperatose is the one you want to keep in your head of, all right, I'm a steward of what God has told me to do. I'm supposed to be guiding and moving and pulling this oar. He's the one guiding the ship. And the optimism thing, that whole part of it that comes into play here is it's not always great. There's challenges. We don't understand what's happening and why it's happening, but I just keep rowing where God has told me to move. Verse 2 says, now it is required that those who have been given a trust must prove faithful. Now here what he's leading into is some have been given more, some have been given less. Whatever you have been given, prove faithful with it. Last week we talked about everyone having a job. There's a place that you fit in. You work as a part of one of the men or women on an oar, pulling that thing forward as God is leading us. Or in this case, where time, talent, and treasures allow you, that's putting it in and going, I'm all in, God, guide the ship. That's not always easy, because it's hard for us to have this very dominant personality that wants the window, wants to know where we're going, right? We want to see out and go, can I just make some suggestions? Like we want to make some suggestions, but he's saying, row the boat.